First of all, you're not wrong, and your opinion is not insulting. But that doesn't mean you don't need to be educated on a couple of things. So let me help you out here. Oklahoma City, what makes them special is not just the fact that they can shoot and they can shoot perimeter shots. It's the fact that we get caught up in the big three, that we forget about a guy like Serge Ibaka, who can hit a 12 to 15 foot jump.
Sometimes.
No, he can do it. He can do it. He can do it well. When you have a fourth guy on your front line that can do that, then all of a sudden it changes the dynamics of everything. Because no, they don't have a post presence in terms of a post presence, but they have a presence who usually plays in the post. And what I mean by that is that Serge Ibaka can put up points for you. More importantly than that, they're thoroughbreds. They run all day.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
So because they run so much, don't get caught up in the fact that they're a perimeter shooting team. If the Boston, you could say Boston's more of a perimeter shooting team than even they are to some degree, from the standpoint that KG is primarily a jump shooter. Obviously, we can say the same about Ray Allen and Paul Pierce, okay? But they're slower. So they are disciplined, they're smart, they're experienced, and they're efficient. Whereas these guys are thoroughbreds. They run all day long. It's like, who's coming at me next? It's almost blinding. It's like, where are they coming from? They're all over the place. And what they do is, here's what makes them incredibly proficient. Oklahoma City comes at you in bunches. Even when Durant is draining threes or J's all over the place, Westbrook is moving. Harden is moving. Ibaka is moving. You're like, where are they? And then they bring in Fisher, who's laying in the corner.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to throw it
Just
here,
waiting.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And you know he's a threat because he's a five-time champion, okay, who has done this stuff many times before, as the San Antonio Spurs themselves can attest to when he hit his game-winning shot years ago that was so improbable. So what I'm saying to you is, everywhere you turn, when somebody, it's one thing when Durant in Game 4, which I attended, was special, where he just, give me the ball. I'm scoring 16 straight.
Right.
But it's another thing last night. You never saw one guy like Durant or Westbrook or Harden with the ball and everybody was standing around. They were moving. And you're literally like defending, but you're like, where's he going? You know, who's that? Who got this? And the guy in front of you is potent. That's what makes them special. That's what makes them more lethal than anybody that we've seen in terms of teams that rely on perimeter shots, because they're frenetic. They come at you from all different directions, and it's like you don't know where you're going to get hit from next. So it's almost like they're out there playing horse, because you're trying to defend them, but you're watching your back. Because you're like, who is he going to give it to? Durant might take it, but he might give it to Harden. Harden might take it, but he's going to give it to Westbrook.
Options everywhere.
Westbrook might take it, but he's going to give it to Fisher.
Yeah.
And you don't know. And that's why they're so potent. When you have weapons like that and they don't stand around, it's a nightmare for a defensive team because, again, they could beat you from any direction. And then when all else fails, they just run.
When they run, they are truly unstoppable. I don't think the Spurs, well, maybe a couple times they stopped a couple of fast breaks. Ginobili he stopped Durant last night, got his hand on the ball. But in general, they are off to the races. And Kevin Durant played all 48 minutes and just kept running the whole way.
Here's the miracle. Here's the miracle, y'all. This is all America needs to know. Last night, there was one fast break sequence led by Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins grabbed the rebound and dribbled the ball to the length of the court and dished off for an assist to Kevin Durant. I mean, my goodness. Kendrick Perkins, all right? We know he's a big, bruising body. He's there to be physical, block shots, defend, whatever. Who expected that? But when you're playing with a crew like this, that's the kind. On Boston, Perkins would not have thought about trying to do such a play. He would have been looking for Rondo the second he got the rebound. Yeah. This dude grabbed it and dribbled 3/4 of the court and dished it off to Kevin Durant. Okay. This is what we're looking at here.
2 final points. All those thoroughbreds do one thing in an underrated fashion. They play really good defense. I was surprised at how good their defense was. When they turned it up in the third quarter, they turned San Antonio hesitant again, where they're all flinching on their shots. And when they start flinching, they're in trouble.
After what we saw the first 2 quarters, it was unbelievable what happened to that team in the third quarter.
But all the sins, if you will, all the weaknesses that they have, all the things that we can nitpick to death, get washed away by making jump shots. They still, in the end, the jump shots are psychologically devastating to anybody, especially to a veteran team like this.
They're will killers.
Listen,
They hit them all when they needed them.
Hey guys, Tim Duncan 25 and 14, Parker 29 and 12, Steven Jackson about 6 threes, Manu Ginobili, he was getting it going, and they still lost. All 4 guys for the Spurs showed up, and they still and they got spotted. 18 points and still lost.
The ultimate answer to the question, can a jump shooting team win an NBA title?
Oh, no.
You're saying yes.
Can.
You're saying
they will.
They will.
They will.
So you're looking at a jump shooting dynasty? Are we looking down the road at numbers?
Let them win one before we ask
Let them
that,
win the title before we use the word dynasty. But I'm telling you right now, forget the jump shooting. Their abilities as basketball players, their intellect, their defensive tenacity, and their youth, 23, 23, and 22 years old.
Scary.
My God. I mean, I haven't seen anything like this. I haven't seen anything like it. I thought that you have a post game, you're not quite ready. You're about a year away. I'd have picked them to win it all last year. They're a year ahead of schedule.